Darren Lee, Executive Vice President and GM of the Threat Protection Group at Proofpoint, joins me now. Darren, welcome.
Thank you, Kristen. Very glad to be here. Thanks for hosting me.
We're so happy to have you, especially just shortly after this release has come out. And what prompted this deeper collaboration between Proofpoint and Microsoft?
You know, what we're focused on is we could build out this global strategic alliance between Microsoft and Proofpoint to bring all of our security capabilities onto Microsoft's Azure platform. That's a huge advantage in the market because not only does it provide better protection for all of those customers in the markets that we serve, but it does it in a really economically viable way because the operational efficiencies to be gained are tremendous. So it's a really exciting announcement for both of us to be able to do that.
What are some of the recent cybersecurity threats that you've seen that show a need for this?
Well, when you stare into the threat landscape, how we refer to the security world, 90% of any breach that you hear about, that you read about, that you see, that you're aware of, had its origin in someone targeting a human to go after the assets of the business. And so what we're focused on is to say, well, if that's the primary threat vector, what if we were to combine forces and being able to go after and protect humans from those types of security threats that ultimately compromise the organization?
So you mentioned, obviously, cybersecurity threats are rapidly evolving. It's a very important area, Darren, to focus on. How does this partnership set new industry benchmarks for protecting organizations from these attacks?
Yeah, there's probably two different things that are really important about this. One, by doing this across the Azure platform, Microsoft operates in a very wide platform, as you can imagine. With that, there's a variety of AI capabilities and techniques that we have, that they have, that we'll bring to bear to better protect the organizations on a global basis. They can be small business, they could be part of the Fortune 100. We're protecting well over 80% of the Fortune 100 today, but by doing this together with Microsoft on the Azure platform, we'll accelerate the innovations and our capacity to protect them.
What do you see as the biggest pain points in enterprise security?
Well, I think the biggest pain point is the financial disruption that it can cause and the operational sort of causing challenges of me being able to now operate the business. And so if a threat actor enters and creates a ransomware event, that's a financial hit, clearly. But it's a huge operational impact where it can potentially shut down the business, be it healthcare, be it financial services or other. Those are the types of threats that we're focused on solving.
What new cybersecurity capabilities, Darren, will emerge from the co-development efforts between your company, Proofpoint, and Microsoft?
I think some that would probably be most important and relevant to the market, leveraging AI to protect these organizations. It's fascinating what you can do when you stare into these threats and better understand the context that they're being sent from, who is sending them, what is inside the threat, and AI can help augment a human as well as existing technology to really harden up that surface to protect the people from those threats. That's probably the most important one out there.
How are Proofpoint and Microsoft working together to ensure seamless interoperability between these security solutions?
Well, the first thing is by making all of our security platform available on Azure, that makes it really easy for Microsoft customers to consume it, to deploy it, to manage it. And that ends up being a very significant savings for them. The other part is we see all these threats that are operating against a human. When we share that data with all of the Microsoft technologies to remediate it, for them to go through and figure out, well, is this really important for us to triage, et cetera? That threat data goes back and forth between us to create tremendous operational efficiency.
Darren, what are the most significant innovations that Proofpoint is bringing to the market as part of this new alliance?
I'd say probably the biggest one is when you're talking about those threats going after a human, that's a unique vector because humans think, they have behavior and they have patterns to the things that they do. And so if we know these patterns and we watch these humans, we're able to better intercept any threat that's going to go after them at any time. That's completely unique in market. Nobody else does it like we do that way.
What role does artificial intelligence play in this partnership?
It's a big, big part. In fact, it's one of the main drivers because threat actors use AI. We do as well. The good news, Kristen, when we do, I can assure you, we're going to be better than they are.
That is good news. Darren, very good news indeed. Let's talk through the immediate benefits that mutual customers can expect from a security, efficiency, and even a cost savings perspective.
Yeah, I think what you'll find is whether you're a small business and regardless of geography where you are, you could be in the Americas, you can be in APJ, you could be in EMEA. By delivering this across the Azure platform, that pace of innovation and their ability to take advantage of all the security controls that we have available is a huge enhancement for their security posture. And because we've already done the work to tightly integrate it inside the world of Microsoft, you don't have to worry about that as a customer. So that cost completely disappears, and that's a meaningful savings for them.
So beyond this initial phase of collaboration, what is next for Proofpoint and Microsoft in working together?
Well, I think there are a lot of different vectors that we'll see threat actors going after. Today, they send a threat in trying to get you to deploy a ransomware, but they also want to steal your data. And so we will continue to innovate around how do we protect your data from being lost in the form of a breach or an insider that may be a threat in the organization, potentially taking intellectual property, taking it to their new job or to a competitor or whatever the case may be. That's a big area of investment for us as well, and you'll see that continue.
Darren Lee, such a great breakdown, and thank you for keeping us and businesses safe. We very much appreciate it. Darren is the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Threat Protection Group, that group at Proofpoint. Darren, thanks again.
Thank you.
It's great to have you.